A Reading couple is upset. They say a group of young men is destroying a greenbelt near their house. Now, city regulations say nothing more than a trail is allowed on greenbelts. But several years ago, a group of men started building elaborate BMX bike jumps in one. But the city says it really isn't causing any problems. KRCR News Channel 7's Chelsea Kay tracked down the people involved, and she joins us now live. Chelsea, what's the story?
Mike, city officials tell me it was a very hard decision to make, but when it comes down to it, they didn't feel the jumps were a nuisance and plan to leave it as is.
What's happened here is setting precedents for what could happen in every greenbelt in Reading.
Dennis and Jen Jacobson told me they bought their home off Old Alturas because they love the view of the North State greenery. About 5 years ago, they noticed a group of guys carving bike ramps into the greenbelt.
It had all the elements that we needed: downhill, water, and good dirt.
Marcus O'Brien and a few friends discovered the land in 2006. He told me they have never had any complaints from any of the neighbors.
This is actually the first time in, like I said, since '06 we've had any problems at all.
The trail riders told me this land is precious to them, and they can't imagine it being taken away.
It's kind of a masterpiece. It's like many, many years of tons of hard work, and like this is basically like a sanctuary for BMX jumps.
Because of weather conditions, they can only ride about 4 months out of the year. The Jacobsons said their view really is only blocked in the winter when the trees are bare, but that they're concerned with the nature and wildlife year-round.
A lot of us take great, joy in watching all of the animals coming through, and we don't see our deer anymore.
But the trail riders told me they see animals all the time.
The other day we were out here and we saw a couple deer shooting up the hill.
At the end of March, the Jacobsons took their concerns to the city.
Well, I offered the city that I can get a tractor and I could bring it back to its normal terrain, and they pulled out the code is that I couldn't do it.
City officials said this was the first time they had ever heard about the jumps.
We contacted the Department of Fish and Game and the California Water Quality Control Board. They came out, we met them on site, and they found no violations, no citations.
But a few weeks ago, Jen heard some trees being cut down and got a hold of the city. That's when this sign was posted.
We showed up and we saw the signs. We were very proactive about it and went at them and talked to them about what were the reasons they were doing this and what was the whole reasoning behind it.
Chris Carmona, Reading's risk manager, said it wasn't the trail riders causing the ruckus.
A follow-up investigation revealed that it wasn't actual cutting of trees. No trees have been cut here. It was actual construction work that was going on up on in the neighborhood.
This is the latest sign put in by the city. It reads that they don't condone any type of activity, but neighbors tell me they haven't done much about it and just look the other way.
It's just ridiculous that you take awe in this. Yes, it is pretty you can be awestruck by it, but at the same time, why can't this be done on a piece of land that they are able to do it on, not mess with our greenbelt area?
Carmona told me the city did the best they could to play it fair.
It was not an easy decision for the city manager. Well, the city wants to be consistent with their response because there's 2 other places like this within the city limits.
O'Brien said he is so thankful that they'll be able to keep their jumps.
All the dedication and time that we put into this place, it would be just very devastating for us to lose this. It's a huge part of our lives.
Carmona told me the city will not be responsible for maintaining the jumps, but is not going to make the riders get rid of them. He told me if the Jacobsons had reported the jumps 5 years ago when they first discovered them, the outcome probably would have been different. Chelsea Kay, KRCR News Channel 7.